Good morning. It is day 31 of our Araroa through hike, and today we are leaving Bombay and we're walking through to Mercer. So we think that we've got about 23 k's to do, but not actually sure. I don't think I've actually ever been right in the whole 31 days when I've told you how far we're going to walk. Yeah, so today I think it's going to be a little bit of road walking. I had a quick look at the notes this morning, and I think that there's a little bit of a river track that we're on today as well, but quiet roads. So I don't think we've got anything like we experienced over the last couple of days coming out of South Auckland. So last night we had the best night. So we stayed, well, it was sort of like a bit of a treat. We treated ourselves and we stayed at the Heaven's Rest B&B. So we found the reference to the site on the Araroa app and contacted Robert yesterday, the day before actually, and he had a vacancy for us. So we stayed in the Kiwi cabin last night. It was so lovely. So we overlooked a little paddock, and there was a steer called Snitchell and a couple of goats called Milky and Heidi. So they kept us entertained for ages yesterday afternoon. Really lovely spot. The cabin was beautifully outfitted. So
heaps of food.
Yeah, heaps of food. Really comfy bed. The cabin that we're in was actually 2 bedrooms, so we just sort of like shut one off clearly and just used the one. But I guess if you're sort of like travelling with other people, I think you could really easily have 4 people in that cabin quite comfortably. So yeah, great night last night. Robert was just such a wonderful host, so shout out to those guys for putting that facility together and keeping it looking so beautiful. So we will get going now and check in a little bit later. Bye then. Look at these guys on the Mount William walkway. I don't know where their mother is. Their mothers. So cute. So in true TA style, there's a couple of tracks here. One that goes around the side of the hill and looks reasonably flat, and one that goes straight up, and that's the one apparently we're going on. We made it. So we are at the top of Mount William. It's very beautiful up here. It is a bit blowy though. And I think those are the fires that are burning down in Mary. So I'll have to do a bit of research on that at some point. Just because we need to be crossing through there. So I'm not sure whether that's actually on our direct path. But it's very beautiful up here. Just getting a few spots of rain, so there might be a shower coming. Well, it is 12:15 and we've decided to stop here for lunch. So that's actually State Highway 2, you can see. Yeah, which we've just done a 1.8k section of after coming out of Mount Williams, and it was terrifying. So it's a 90k speed limit down on State Highway 2, and well, most people were really courteous and gave us as much room as they can, or as they could. It was pretty terrifying. So there were a couple of bridges there that there was absolutely no road verge on. So we needed to try and time getting over them to ensure that we weren't crossing at the same time as a truck either coming in behind or coming through in front of us. So one particular section actually had a bit of a blind corner, so it was a bridge and then a blind corner, and we were walking on the side of the road facing the traffic and got caught there with the truck, which was terrifying. Anyway, we're here now, and today we have got a delicious lunch. So normally we have peanut butter on wraps, but today we've got, here it is, well, the remains of it, eggs, sandwich and cheese. So that's eggs from our Airbnb last night, and some cheese which we carry all the time, and bread from the Airbnb last night. So the cheese is a surprise actually. So the cheese keeps really well. So I just bought some tasty cheese, carry about 250 grams of it with us all the time, and we haven't had any issues at all with it. So I just put it in a Ziploc bag and it doesn't sweat, doesn't go all yucky, and it's really nice just for on sandwich, like something different on sandwiches, and we generally have cheese and crackers in the afternoon. So anyway, we'll go and eat lunch, and I think we've got about another 12 k's into Mercer. So apparently we have to get across this. So we know of a couple that have gone through this morning and said it wasn't too bad, but it looks like it's going a bit fast, and I don't know quite how deep it is. Anyway, let's see what Paul does. If it looks okay, we'll try and do the same. Is it deep? Just deep in the middle. Yeah. Okay. I survived. So now, apparently, we just walk along the top of this stop bank for a while until we join back up with another track. So, this is what land would look like if the stop bank wasn't in place, and this is what it looks like with the stop bank in place. So we have just got to the end of the stop bank, and what is this, Paul?
It's an Archimedes screw pump, so designed to carry all of the water that's sitting in behind the stop banks if they get heavy rain, to keep the levels down low enough so they don't flood the paddocks.
Very interesting. Somebody came to say hello.
Oh no! This is a relief.
So it is the end of our day 31, and this evening we're staying in the Mercer motel. So we're actually camping here, and I'll take you through and show you what that looks like. Not that many options in Mercer, So I think that this is sort of it, but you can get, there's motel rooms and there's cabins, which we'll have a look at, or a camping option. So we've decided to camp just because it was pretty luxurious last night and the weather's fine. So we're expecting some rain over the weekend, but tonight looks fine. So we thought we'd get in the tent tonight. So we have just had a lovely meal in here. So this is a cafe bar that opens early and shuts late. So they had a really good little menu. Very quiet. There were people in here earlier when we checked in. We sort of got in around about 3:30. It's about 6 o'clock now, but it looks pretty quiet in there now. So the other things that are interesting about Mercer, seeing it's quite little, is there's a Macca's there. So it's on the Mercer is on the Waikato highway, on the motorway, so it's sort of like just one of those points that you can easily come in and out of to get petrol and food. So anyway, I'll just take you for a little look through the camp. So today was a good day. It was it ended up being about 23 k's for us. Paul said we did about 400 metres of elevation, and that would have been Mount Williams this morning. So that was beautiful, and it was so different. So on the way up it was through a sheep station, and then on the way down it was through forest. So it was really lovely, and got some beautiful pictures up there. So this is the camp reception. We didn't actually find anybody in reception, so we had to go around to the cafe, and they were happy to check us in. So we've paid $30 a night for the camp site that we've got, and we've got access to a shower and toilets, and which are in this little area here. Bit of a washing up basin there, and there is a couple of coin operated washing machines in there. So we did Mount Williams, which was absolutely beautiful, and then we got pushed out onto State Highway 2, which was absolutely terrifying for about 1.8 k's. It was just so narrow and the road is so busy. Moved then into a farm, went through some lovely stop bank and along the side of a wee river. So that was really pleasant until we ended up on some backcountry road, and then eventually being spat out onto the Waikato motorway. So there is a little track off to the side of the motorway that TA and walkers are encouraged to use, but it was quite difficult to get through. So there's a lot of debris on the side of the road, and it was quite uneven to walk through. So it was quite slow going, but hell, it was much better than sitting on the motorway because it was so busy on that. So this is where we are. There's 4 of us in tonight. We've all actually just come out of the little cafe next door. So Paul and I had dinner and a drink, and the other 2 had a drink and a snack. I've crossed the road from the river, but I'm not going to go over there just because it's a bit windy. So I'm just not sure how it will affect the sound quality of the video. But yeah, the river's there. I think we're going to be in for a bit of a noisy night because there's been a reasonable amount of traffic on this little road here. But anyway, we're quite comfortable there. It's out of the wind. The toilet and shower block toilet and shower are quite close. So yeah, it's a good little spot. I think we'll be really happy here tonight. So we're going to go now and try and upload some of these videos. I've got a little bit behind again, and get ready for tomorrow.